Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing our emergency stock up grocery haul. Now if this is your first time here, welcome. We are a family of 6 and we live about 15 minutes from Disney World in Florida. Now we just learned yesterday that schools, lots of businesses, and even Disney World itself will be closing down from now until next month due to concerns over coronavirus. Now honestly, I don't feel overly worried about everything going on, and I hope you don't either. But at the same time, I feel like it's important to be as prepared as you can. So I'm hoping by sharing what I picked up that you might get some ideas on things that you might want to go get as well. And you guys, to make this easier for you, over on thefamilyfudge.com, you'll be able to find a 2-week meal plan printout, a blank grocery list that you can use, and I've also made a list of my top 25 items that I recommend that you have in case of an emergency. Now, normally I like to do a big once a month Costco haul where I stock up on all of my essentials, but I wasn't planning a grocery haul until next week. But obviously with everything going on, I decided to go last night. That's right, you guys. I knew I did not want to go to Costco. I've been seeing on the news all the craziness happening there. And in my area, there's actually no more available spots for grocery pickup or any services like that. So for this grocery haul, in order to avoid the crowds, I actually went to Walmart last night at 9 p.m. and then I went to Aldi this morning as soon as they opened. Now you guys, honestly, it really wasn't that bad at Walmart last night. There were no huge lines or any drama, but I did notice that several aisles were either empty or very low. So for this haul, you guys, I did not go crazy in the store. I didn't buy a massive amount of any item. In fact, we just did a big stock up on emergency essentials a few months ago when Hurricane Dorian came through. We still have a lot of those items and they're still good. So for this haul, I just tried to focus on a 2 to 3 week menu plan, and I also made sure to restock anything on my emergency supply list that was running low. Okay guys, so I'm going to start by showing you the 25 items on my emergency food storage list. Now definitely you could find more than 25 items, so this isn't like a comprehensive list, and obviously depending on your size family you might need a little bit more than this or a little less. And also keep in mind, I also have plenty of things in my fridge and my freezer, so I'll most likely be using those first. And then if we need to, we can get into these supplies. First up on my list, I have bottles of water. Now I know this doesn't look like a lot. They say you need 1 gallon per person per day. That's a good guideline, but we already have quite a lot of water stored in the garage when we were prepping for Hurricane Dorian. So I just picked up about 12 of these yesterday. Another thing on my list is peanut butter. Peanut butter has lots of protein, and I really like that this has a very long shelf life. This one says it's good until April of 2021, so that's quite a long time. Another great thing to have on hand are crackers. I really like these whole wheat ones. These do last in the pantry for quite a while, and you can use these in place of bread. So once you're out of bread, you can use crackers. Another great thing to have on hand is trail mix, and I actually really like this one because there's no chocolate inside. Another item on my list is cereal. So I did go ahead and pick up just 2 boxes of Cheerios, and then I also got some boxes of cream of wheat and a big old thing of oats. This is definitely more than we need for 2 weeks. Now I do already have some of these things in my pantry, but I wanted to make sure to get a few extra for the next couple of weeks. Another thing I recommend having on hand is cooking oil. Now I actually already had this big guy in my pantry, so I didn't need to buy any oil this time. And then another great thing to have on hand are cans of tuna, chicken, or turkey. We really like this chicken. It's great for making salads or throwing into other recipes. These will last a long time in your pantry as well. Next on the list, I have both canned fruits and vegetables. Now I actually have a lot of frozen fruit in my freezer that I can use up first. I also have some fresh fruit that I think will last for quite a while. So I just got a little bit of that. And then I also got some of the green beans and the corn because that's what we use most often. Another great thing to have on hand are granola bars. These are perfect snacks for the kids. I do already have a couple of boxes in my pantry, so I just bought 1 more. And then we have some soup and chili, easy things to prepare like that. For the kids, I just got some of this Chef Boyardee. I got a couple of cans of soup. I do already have quite a lot of chili in my pantry. And then I did also pick up 2 of these packages of ramen. Another great thing to have on hand is Gatorade or any kind of sports drinks. Obviously these have a lot of electrolytes in there. And then we have the milk. Now like I said, I didn't go crazy on this grocery haul. I just got 3 boxes of the almond milk and 3 extra boxes of regular milk. This is to go with what I already have in the fridge. But if you're looking for something that's more shelf stable, you're probably going to want to pick up some dry milk. Now we have this big number 10 can, so if we really run out of milk, I do have this as a backup. I also stocked up on some of my baking supplies that were low. I got a small bag of sugar, a small bag of flour, and a container of salt. I do have some in the pantry, but I was definitely running low, so I got those. Next on my list, I have honey. Now, I didn't actually need to buy any honey because we used to have our own honeybees, and we have quite a lot of honey already. But there are so many different ways you can use honey, so that's great to have on hand, and it lasts a long time as well. I also picked up a big thing of baking soda. Of course, this can be used in cooking or cleaning, so it's multi-purpose. Also lasts a long time. And then you're definitely going to want to have some beans and rice on your list. But honestly, my family, we don't really eat a lot of beans and rice. So instead of buying it on this grocery haul, I just already know that I have some in my long-term food storage. So if we need it, we have it. Another great thing to have on hand is some kind of bouillon. You can get this kind or you can get the little cubes. Either one will be fine. And then I highly recommend that you stock up on some noodles, pasta sauce, and for my kids, I cannot forget the mac and cheese. I just got 2 6-packs of the cheap Walmart brand. Again, pasta is great to have on hand because it lasts a long time and it's fairly inexpensive as well. I also picked up some instant mashed potatoes and a package of pancake mix. These are both great to have on hand. If you don't open them, they'll actually stay good for a long time. And then of course, not on the food list, but also very important to have on hand are things like toilet paper, cleaning supplies, medicine, diapers, wipes. So definitely put that on your list if you are in need of those things. Of course, toilet paper can be kind of hard to find right now. I ended up getting both of these at Aldi because Walmart was completely out. Okay, so these next items are definitely not non-perishable, but I did go ahead and pick them up anyway during this grocery haul because if we really end up having to stay home for 2 or 3 weeks, I wanted to make sure to have these things on hand. For the bread, I just picked up 2 loaves of the kids' favorite Wonder Bread. On the eggs, I did go ahead and get 6 dozen. We go through a lot of eggs. I got a package of butter, some cream cheese. I also got 4 boxes of this corn muffin mix. We were almost out of cheese, so I got a big bag of mozzarella and 2 packages of cheddar. And now something you don't often see in my grocery hauls, and that is a lot of meat. I generally do not buy this much meat at one time, but we actually didn't have any in the fridge or freezer, so I definitely stocked up. First, I got a couple of packages of my kids' favorite turkey pepperoni. I use this a lot in lunches. And I also got a pack of salami. Now, if these are unopened, they'll actually last a long time. I also got 3 packages of these cheese and turkey stick combos. The kids love those too. Perfect for a snack. I also picked up lots of burger patties. We love to throw those on the grill. Then I definitely stocked up on the beef on this trip. I got several different cuts of steak. I also got several pounds of ground beef. These are going to go directly in the freezer. And then I also went ahead and picked up a corned beef since St. Patrick's Day is in just a couple of days. And then as far as fruits and vegetables go, I did get a mixture of things that are going to be ripe in the next couple of days. And then I also got things that are going to stay good for a lot longer. So like these apples will probably last at least a week, maybe 2. These strawberries we'll need to use right away. The oranges will last quite a while, and so will the lemons. The bananas we'll need to use right away. And the mangoes are almost ready. Same thing with the avocados. I also got some cherry tomatoes for my boys and some green peppers for a few different recipes this week and next. I also went ahead and picked up 4 of these frozen pizzas from Walmart. These are only like $2.50 a piece, and they're actually really good, but we were almost out of pizzas, so I decided to get 4. And then last but not least, I also picked up 2 packages of tortillas, and these are probably going to be made into either breakfast burritos or quesadillas. Okay guys, now the grand total for this grocery haul came to just over $500, which is pretty much what I usually spend anyway, so that's not too bad. So you guys, if you're not feeling 100% ready, what you could do is start with your meal plan. Check and see what you already have in your fridge, in your pantry, and your freezer, and try to come up with 2 weeks worth of meals with what you already have. Then if you have to go to the grocery store, go ahead and make your shopping list to fill in those gaps. And then if you need to, you can also refer to my emergency essentials list if you're trying to decide what kinds of things you might want to get. Okay guys, now I hope you found this helpful today, and I hope that all of you stay safe and healthy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.